Do you know Java can support the functional programming via the Lambda expression? And that's why they have introduced the functional interface in the Java. And when interface has only a one abstract method which is called a function interface. And Java provide the annotation as @functional interface, which is used to declare an interface as a functional interface. Clear? So now let's talk about the Lambda expression. So it is not a new in the Java. It was introduced in the Java 8 itself. Okay, and Lambda expressions are similar to a Java methods, where we do not need to be declare the method name, and these expressions are similar kind, means we are just writing the block of the codes which accept the parameters and return the values as well. Okay, so when we are talking about the syntax of the Lambda expression, it's take the parameters, then arrow of the expression, whatever the statements you want to give. And when we have a parameter, so we are passing the parameter in that method tag, and write the logic within the expressions tag. Okay, so we will see on the example, so you have a better understanding how to write the function interface and how the Java is keep changing their style. That also we will learn from our practical example. Okay, so in this example, what exactly we are going to do? So we are creating a one functional interface as a calculation, and this calculation has only a one method as a add, and used to or help us to calculate the amount. Okay, so we are going to do the three things. First thing, we are just creating a one method, and see how this how we can call this method via how we can utilize this method when we don't have any parameter and not returning any value. The second way, we are accepting the two parameters, and third, we are returning the value based on whatever the parameter we are getting, do the addition logic and sending to the client program. Okay, so that's just a simple thing which we are going to see. Okay, so let me first create a one interface. Okay, this interface is named as a calculation. Okay, so this interface will help to there is a one method as void add. Okay, so this method will do a operation for the adding the numbers. Okay, so let me create a one implementation class of this calculation implementation. Okay, now what is the traditional way to use this interface method in that calculation implementation class? So what we are doing, we are calling like implements calculation, right? And now you can see that this class is asking us to add the unimplemented method, which is a add method. And within this add method, what we will do, we will just print the message, hello, this is my first Lambda example. Okay, now how we are calling via our main method. Okay, in the main method, what we will do, we will create an object for this interface, and it is using this calculation, and we will use this object calculation, and with the help of this object we will call the method as add. Okay, let me run this example. So we can see that it is printing the message from the add method. Okay, now the next addition came ki why you are doing the implement this calculation. we have a facility of the anonymous inner method, so we can use that one, right? So just remove this method implementation, okay, and within this interface itself, what we will do, we will define its anonymous inner type, okay, and this particular message we will print itself in this add method, okay. So no need to be implemented that interface, okay, no need to be separate define that method or unimplemented method, no need to be defined. Directly via the interface itself, we can via this anonymous inner type, we can easily call that method only, okay. And let me run this part. So what will be happen? Okay, the same output is coming from this inner anonymous type. Okay, so you can see that here this is the redundant code, right? Why you need to be defined this new calculation for creating the object? We compiler is already aware about that. Okay, this is the object which we are going to create it. This is for the calculation only. So we are just remove this line. Okay, then the lambda is saying that first you have to tell okay, this is the my method, okay, then I am calling my expressions. So here you can also that within the calculation we have a one method as a add, and this method no need to be defined in this way. You just remove that redundant code over here. Okay, now you can see that we are calling it is doing the same activity. Okay, we are creating the object of that calculation and which having a one method as a add, which already know by the compiler, and just define whatever the set of the logic you have, you will write over here and display the message over in the console. So you can see that we can get the this is hello, this is my first lambda example for the same. Okay, now the second thing is that I want to pass the parameter. Okay, so what I will do, integer a comma integer b, I am passing two parameter. Now you can see that we are getting the compilation error. It is saying that it is asking for the two parameter, so no need to be define the data type. You can just directly add like this way, a comma b, and you can pass the value from here. First value 6 and 8 I am passing it, and let me show print it. So a and comma b. Let me run the program. So this is my first lambda expressions example, 6 or 8 value I could see. Now third thing is that I want to return the value. Okay, so return type also I am going to add over here. So again I am getting the compilation error. So it is saying that return a plus b comma, let me remove this line, cut this line. Okay, integer, what is the whatever the return value we will store in this result variable, and let me add this result like this way. Let's see. Okay, so we can get the addition of these two parameter values which we have passed to the parameter. So in this example what we learn, it's a simple method we can call, how we call the two method with the different parameters, and how we can return the value and get the value via the lambda expressions.
Our main objective to help you to upgrade yourself with the new technologies in very simple language. We are putting a lot of efforts to make all these technical videos. So help us to join our version upgrade family to just subscribe, like and share the video. Thank you friends.